Hey guys, what's up?
How's it going, everybody? This is RPS Airsoft coming back to you live one more time. Let's do this. All right, cool.
Old man noises.
Yep, that's because, you know, I am old. Okay, cool. So
Decrepit, ancient,
yeah,
prehistoric.
yeah, pretty much. So today we're working on this gun. This is hopefully, you know, the end of this project at least. Been on it for a couple days and finally was able to track down the quantum trigger for it. So yeah, we're gonna install it and finish the tuning and everything on it. This was kind of a difficult build because customer brought it in and yeah, it got it got butchered. I guess that's the best way I can put it. It got butchered. But first off, I want to say that you guys should really get this. This thing is really, really cool. Like, I know it's a little expensive. They sell it at ACETECH, and it's actually really, really cool. This is not
He hasn't stopped talking about it for like 20 minutes.
I know, because I'm excited. Okay, this is like the coolest little product ever. It's a suppressor, right? But it's made out of this like really heavy steel, you know, suppressor. It's actually really, really heavy, right? And it has some pretty cool features. It comes with that too. You see that right there? The flash hider? It comes with that. Look, check this out. Bam. Oh, sorry. I didn't put it on there. Just gotta... Okay, yeah, that's on there. That goes on there like that. And it just pulls off. Just like that. It's really, really cool.
It doesn't just pull off. He moved this to make it pull off. It doesn't just pull off.
I know.
That's what you said.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. And yeah, it has a quick disconnect system, which is really cool. It comes with a flash hider in it, with it. And okay, this is like, I think for a technician, this is like the coolest modularity system, you know, that I've seen so far on a tracer unit.
Sam says hello.
Hi Sam. And okay, so you undo the front, right, and this comes off like that together. Then after that, that's your tracer unit right there. It comes. All right, so then you just remember that. That's your tracer unit, okay? So let's say you have a pistol, right? And let's see. Let's say you have a pistol or a rifle or something, right? And you're like, you want to put it on there? Let's see. Let's use this barrel as an example, okay? So let's say you just want to throw it on the barrel. You can by itself.
He asked, what brand is that?
This is ACETECH. This is an ACETECH Predator MKII from what it looks like. Okay, so yeah, so you can have it on the barrel by itself, right? And it has built-in 14 millimeter negative threads into the suppressor. If you want to throw this by yourself on there, you can. You can use this by itself. You know, this comes off like that. You can take the shroud off if you want. You know what I mean? But I actually like it on there. I really do.
ACETECH's been throwing out some pretty good things lately. They have that
rainbow. Right? Yeah, they have that rainbow tracer unit also.
Guys, if you haven't seen it, as it goes, it's like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And like the BBs, as they go, they turn into the rainbow. Like, not gonna lie, I don't know how it works.
Yeah, so it comes with the pistol attachment. It comes with pistol attachments, believe it or not. Okay, so these little things right here, this is to attach your pistol. You put this on here right here.
It comes with a charger?
It comes with a cable. You can see it comes with a USB to micro USB. And see, it comes with this little attachment right here. And it attaches on there. And the instructions say you can put a little tool right here. Like something like a pick or something in there. So you can actually tighten it down. There you go. And then after that, if you don't like this front end right here, you just grab it, switch it out, and put on the more aggressive looking one.
That screeching you're hearing isn't the Metal Gear grinding. It's the hamster in his head spinning.
Yeah. Okay. The hamster, huh? I didn't know that. And then, bam! You have yourself a pistol suppressor, and it attaches on there and everything.
Does that go on Spider-Man?
No, I have the wrong barrel on there, but it goes on. This can actually go on the other pistol. The only thing I'm a little sad panda about is that this right here, I believe, is plastic. Yep, that's plastic. This cap for the pistol thing is plastic, so you might want to be careful if you're using that. Honestly, I would just keep the metal. This one is actually metal, so I would just keep that on there, because if this takes a direct shot, is definitely going to shatter and break. So you just put that. Let's see. Take it out. Okay. Oh, and it's automatic on and off with motion.
What is the price on these? We are being asked.
The price on them is $134 at eBay. Can you just drop that in there? Close it. And it detects motion and automatically turns on and off on its own. So I thought it was pretty cool. So I wanted to show it on here and show you guys. This is a really, really neat product. I haven't seen anything like this in like a long time. I think I only saw one company in the last like 10 years that I've been doing this that did something like this, and I was like, really, really cool. And
looks like I'm gonna have to compete for attention during.
Heck yeah, you gotta become more modular.
Oh, all right, boys and girls, hold your ears.
Oh god, I'm gonna die. Oh god, oh. All right, let's put this stuff away and actually get to the nitty-gritty. And all right, cool. All right. So now let's start working on this real quick. So did you hear, honey? Apparently there's a tournament going on tonight. Oh, hit again. And yeah, well, good luck to those guys. Whoever wins, remember us poor people, working on guns, making those things that are, that you're shooting, accurate and super awesome, and throw some props out there for us. Let's see.
In less special words, if you have a friend who needs some work on their airsoft gun, don't forget about us.
Yeah, exactly.
We're a growing small business, and we're here to help.
Yep, pretty much. Okay, so this gun, like I said before, I have been working on it before, before this. So, there's some work already done to it. So, it's quite a bit of work, a lot more than I expected for this, but it actually came out pretty good, which I was pleasantly surprised, because this was a really, really butchered job. Whoever worked on this was, definitely didn't know what they're doing. Okay.
We actually ran into these customers while we were playing. Don't be afraid to approach us. Like, if you guys recognize us and you've got a gun question, just because we're there to play doesn't mean we're also not there to help.
Yeah, for sure. You're not interrupting anything. We're just, we're airsofters. We play. We have fun. I'm mostly there to test my guns. Literally,
we're going on a family trip in 2 weeks, and I guarantee his tools and a few guns are coming with us. There's no way they're not.
Maybe we might have to hit up a field or two on the way.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends.
And a range.
And a gun range. Yes.
Please, thank you.
You just gotta bring ammo.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm leaving the California stuff in California.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna buy and use out there.
Yeah, that's true. Very, very true.
Sorry guys, he's new to real guns.
Yeah, I am so new. I don't own 5, I think.
What's this?
There's a 4. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know any. I am so new that I don't know how to use a Glock, or what is a Glock. What is a Glock?
Guys, he's He's joking. Just,
Yeah.
breathe.
All right, let's see.
Man, we're trusting this guy with our guns and he doesn't know what a Glock is?
I know, right? Oof, terrible, terrible. Okay, so it's already been shimmed and stuff like that, and there's been some issues, unfortunately, with the gearbox because this gearbox is actually pretty old. It's a way older generation than the standard gearboxes that we have today. So when it comes to this, like the piston, unfortunately is a very different shape, and it had to be I had to sit here and actually modify it, and since this piston itself is actually a lot bigger and a lot bigger standard, and it's been changing, then I had to change it.
We got a quick comment in here from Clone. Erick still plays? What?
Oh, wow.
But you gotta do it with the minion face. Like, what?
No.
And then just a quick shout out to Davey. He did make our business cards and banners, which you guys will see this Sunday as we go to
Jungleball.
Really?
Yay!
That's as excited. We're going to Jungleball, guys.
Yay.
Check us out. We'll have a booth out there. We did bring parts. We picked up extra things. If you guys want to hit us up, you want to do a build, maybe want to talk to us in person, maybe messaging's not your thing, come on down. It's also a great place to watch Airsoft if you're new to the sport, if you've never been to a competition, if you've never been to like a real, like, I want to say like semi-pro here? Pro?
Yeah. Yeah, pro.
Yeah, pretty pro. Yeah. Come on out, guys. Check it out. Really cool people. Really fun sport.
Yep.
Hashtag Airsoft.
Yep. It doesn't matter if you mill sim, mill speed, or just speed soft, whatever, man. Airsoft is airsoft.
Unless you're a camper, because nobody likes a camper.
Danny.
Me?
Danny.
Mr. sat in the house and...
I did not sit in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look, just because I know how to use proper cover does not make me a camper.
Sit in a corner.
I did not sit in a corner.
Take out 10 players as they walk past a window.
No, I didn't. I actually had 10 different battles. So, ha! Here, have a sticker.
I got a sticker, guys.
Okay, so...
Oh, wait. I'm Schmitty Werben Jagerman Jensen.
Yep.
He was #1.
Oh, wow.
SpongeBob.
Okay, now let's see how well this trigger fits. Okay, so now we have that. Now this. Let's see. The reason why I'm testing the trigger is because there might be some height issues with the trigger, and it might get jammed in the camera here once the gearbox gets closed. But there's no incompatibility, so that's great. That's awesome. Oh, and the reason why this tip is here is because this gearbox was actually proprietary to the MOSFET system that it was in it, and unfortunately the Gate Aster that's in here uses LED infrared sensors to detect the motion of the sector and the motion of the trigger. So no light can actually, a lot of gearboxes don't have a hole here, so I had to cover it up because it would allow for too much light to go in through that hole onto the Aster, and that cannot happen because otherwise the Aster is not going to work. So I had to cover it up, and it worked. I tested it earlier, and it worked proper.
Tech tip number 141: when in doubt, duct tape. Tech tip number 102:
wow.
When duct tape is too sticky, use electrical tape.
Well, you just gotta cover it up, unfortunately. And that's what makes this build really difficult. It's paying attention to the little details in a gearbox to make it work properly. It gets difficult. Like, it's really, really difficult. You know what I mean? It just like the shimming height and the the sector gears and where the sector gear lands and how the sensors line up in the gearbox itself. Also, another thing that I had to do was actually replace the screw that sets in the Aster in, and also trim a couple of the, there's a stud back here and there's a screw hole right here. I had to trim them just a little bit of sanding, because unfortunately the Aster was sitting too far forward here. It was actually like, I think 0.01 millimeters too far this way to the right, and it wasn't picking up the sector gear, which, you know, it happens, you know what I mean, if you don't, you know, if you don't know what's going on with it, you know what I mean, it's like, oh man, you know, the Aster just doesn't work. No, it's not that. It's just that the Aster has two sets of sensors. It's an infrared LED sensor that's right, that's on the top, sorry, and you see it flashing all the time. And that's the LED, and then there's an infrared sensor that actually picks up the LED on the opposite side, making a line that goes across the sector gear like this. Okay, so what that LED and the infrared sensor does is picks up the little nub that is underneath the sector gear. So when it doesn't have anything, right, and then that little nub actually breaks the line between the two sensors, that's when your brake happens and this stops the gear itself. So if it doesn't detect, that's what it is, and then you have to somehow scoot the Aster back into the sector gear. What's up?
So basically what you're saying is the gearbox would ultimately fail as a bad guy in one of those spy movies trying to get into the bank with all the lasers.
Yeah, because his eye patch is on.
Yes.
Yes.
Clone says if your gun breaks on the outside, make sure you use duct tape and super glue.
Oh yeah, totally. I keep forgetting about the duct tape and super glue. My bad. But yeah, that's unfortunately, that's why this is here. And I'm gonna see if I can figure out something else a little bit more permanent. You know what I mean? So I can cover the hole. You know, that's here. But unfortunately, because of the way this gearbox is designed, it makes it a little difficult, unfortunately. Maybe I can put a little piece of metal and actually epoxy in place, but I'll figure that out in a minute. Okay. What?
For those of you who wanted to see what Eric was talking about last week, it's this bad boy.
Yeah.
It's kind of free spinning on its own, if I can get that to autofocus.
We actually have it on hand today. Yay!
You gonna focus? No? Doesn't want to focus? It's because Eric's moving in the background.
Well, yeah. It knows I'm the star.
You gonna go? Nope. Does not want to focus today. It only focuses when he does it. Anyway, so this is free spinning. Have any of you guys seen this recently? Has this been happening more and more to you? Do you think this is a one-off, a defect from the manufacturer? Or do you think this is going to be the future of these parts where they're only going to last so long and then go wee?
Well, I hope not. I like those Lonex helical gears.
Very reliable.
Yes.
Fast anyway.
Yeah, so far they've been pretty good. They were really good. I've been using them for years, and that's the first one I've had that actually broke like that. It's very strange. Even the teeth, you know, aren't you know, weren't even affected by anything of it, and it just doop, and that was it. You know.
If any of you guys want to join us for Thanksgiving, Eric's going to be using this to tenderize the meat.
It's to tenderize the turkey.
Goosh, goosh.
Yeah, maybe.
Want to talk about that? What are these even for?
What? That's literally called a meat tenderizer. You're absolutely right.
But for airsoft.
For airsoft? It just looks.
Yes, that's right. Do not use it to go beat up the neighborhood kid down the street that irritates you because he looks at you cross-eyed.
Even though, actually, Lonex came out, speaking of Lonex again, Lonex came out with a meat tenderizer for the Glock, which was actually sharp, and I watched, when I was reffing, I watched another kid literally stab another kid with the meat tenderizer, and he actually drew blood. It was kind of terrifying.
He laughs when he's nervous. He doesn't actually think this is funny.
Okay, they were having a laugh, and they overdid it on the joking around.
Mm-hmm.
They were friends, you know, and they overdid it. I even told him something about it. I was like, dude, isn't that your buddy? He's like, yeah. It was, and they were both laughing. One of them was bleeding, and the other one was laughing. I don't understand.
It was much better than the one dad that overshot me.
Oh, when did that happen?
2010, 12, no, 13.
Wow, you're an
13.
old lady.
It's like 2013, I think. So I go out of house 2 at Tech City, and I get shot in the middle of my rig. I put my hand up, and then he proceeds to shoot me in my throat between my dye mask and my plate carrier.
That sounds pleasant.
It was like 20, 30 shots. Just right in my throat. And one of his own teammates actually like stepped in front of me and took the rest of the shots and like pushed him out of the way. It was very heroic of you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Sure. Whoever that guy was, awesome. Thanks. So, is it any of you guys going to the Jungleball tournament? I mean, it's this Sunday. Honestly, we are a little nervous about it.
We are.
Yeah. Well,
okay,
fine, me. Okay, you're not going to be the one working on guns, but
he's excited. We just we're not sure what the flow is going to be, so he's excited.
Yeah, it's more nerves than anything.
We're either picturing like a mad rush after like the second match where we've got like several guns broken and everybody wants theirs fixed before somebody else. That's where we see.
Maybe. I mean,
aside from that,
you never know. I mean,
he's used to doing tech work in front of other people.
Yeah, and doing it fast. But I mean, it is a tournament, so it's like I guess in the tournament with those guys because I mean, technically I have to get them back up and running, as fast as possible, like in Formula One or any kind of sport like that. And if your mechanic's good, they'll get you back on the road in a split second. So yeah, no pressure.
So you're not nervous, you're excited.
Yeah, somewhat. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so let's finish this.
Ooh, I have good news, guys. For those of you watching right now, this is the first time we've officially announced it. Our patches should, and I say should, be shipping this week.
Yeah.
And they'll come on in. Once we get those patches ready to go, we'll make a post. If you guys want them, DM us, meet us at an event. Come say hi to us when we're playing. I'm sure we'll keep a healthy stack on us.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Now. Okay. So now, since we put a new trigger in there, now we gotta do some programming.
Oh, you got some hearts. Thanks, guys.
Yay, thank you. Okay, so let's do some programming.
Okay, so for those of you who have watched us pretty much all 4 episodes now, what would you guys like to see? We do want to help more people. We do want to, allow other techs to see us and, be able to help other players who maybe don't have access to a tech. We want them to be able to see the work that Erick does here and allow them to be able to duplicate the work on their own guns at home. Okay. But what do you guys think would get more people in here? Let us know.
Recalibrate. Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, if you guys have any questions, during the day and stuff like that, I do like a bunch of errands and work on guns throughout the day and stuff like that. So if I take a little bit to answer, I am very, very sorry. You know what I mean? I'm like, doing stuff throughout the day, all day. So I'm really sorry if I don't respond quickly, but I will respond, and I'll help you guys as best as I can.
If he doesn't respond, I'll at least get to you with Erick will be right with you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Calibration, and now we got, let's see. Okay. Sensitivity 26. Okay, we'll bring that down.
This is his excited voice right now, guys, just so you know.
Sorry. Just, when I start talking to myself, it's actually, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I do it because I am running through my own thoughts. Okay, let's try.
And this is the same tone of voice where I said, guess what we're going to be this Sunday? And he said, Jungleball. It's the same tone of voice, guys.
Yeah, sorry. Like I said.
That's literally his excited voice.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, see, there's some light bleeding into the trigger. So whenever you see that, guys, like if you see, hold on, let me turn this up. Sorry, there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so whenever you see that, okay, you see how there's a little blip on the meter right there. There's a little blip going back and forth. Okay, that's because of light bleeding into the trigger. If you cover it up, actually it goes away. You see that? So if you get like an insane amount, like I'm gonna demonstrate it right now. I'm gonna grab a flashlight and make it go off. Let's see. Okay. So as you can see, there's nothing there, and then there's a flashlight, and it goes, oh my god, the sensors are crazy, and then it'll come back in a second. You're gonna have to reset it. See, it just comes back. Okay, that's what happens when you let too much light bleed into the gun. So that's why I had to cover the other side of the gearbox, because that hold on. That would have been the thing that happened. When too much light's in there. See, take it off, cover, comes back. Okay, so when you're doing a gearbox like this, you got to make sure if there's an extra hole or something is proprietary on the gearbox that's gonna let way too much light into the gearbox itself, you need to cover it up. You need to find a way to cover it up, epoxy it, something, because otherwise you'll definitely have a lot of problems with the gun, especially with your trigger and selectors and all that stuff. All right, so let's adjust. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. Is it coming down? Now it's tight. Yep. Okay, sometimes the motor gets stuck. There we go. Okay.
And then just back it out a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, the only reason why I'm checking this to see if there's pressure on the motor plate to make sure that the motor comes down. Yeah, it's coming down. Okay. There's a lot of modifications that I had to do to this gun. For being old, it doesn't move too bad. So that's with the quantum trigger. No. That's 16-to-1 gears. on I think it was a M115, I think, or M100 spring. It's not bad, you know. I do believe only two teeth. I only short stroked on the sector here. So let's see. All right. So next step is testing. Gonna test FPS. Okay, so we need a magazine catch in order to put the magazine in, of course, and then we're gonna test the FPS and see where we're at. Last time I tested it was like at 370-ish, I think, and that was with like a M100, and I brought it down, and I brought it then to the M95, and then I went back and retested again, and got a shorter inner barrel to be able to bring it down even more. So yeah, if you're having problems with FPS, right, like this setup was I don't know why the previous person that worked on it put a really long barrel on it. Okay, longer barrels will give you a higher FPS, guys. They really will. I mean, with this barrel, this barrel and a very efficient piston system, right, you will hit 400 with a M110. Sorry, guys, need to take a drink of water. Okay, so yeah, with an efficient system, you will hit an M110. With an M110, you will hit 400. And unfortunately, yeah, it just you just gotta figure out different ways to bring down your FPS if you want to hit 350, 340, because little changes like that, like changing the barrel, changing the travel of the piston, changing the spring, short stroking sector gears. It'll definitely change and affect your FPS, but it will also change and affect your rounds per second. Okay, I didn't go too crazy on this build, you know what I mean, because it's like, the customer did ask me, like, just to get it up and running and, make it reliable. And so I did. So in order to hit the 350 FPS, I found a very small barrel that actually fits with the little outer barrel that's in there. As you can see, it's way in there. Okay, so I tested it before, and it was at that FPS. All I had to do was do that, make those changes, add trigger, add one shim to the bevel, and I believe that's it. I mean, adding this is the suppressor that actually was in there. Yeah, let's see. Adding a really big suppressor actually will change the sound of the gun. So I'll show you right now. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So, as you can tell, it's a little bit more muffled, a lot quieter. Okay, all right, let's see where it's at. Oh, look at that.
330, 350.
There it goes.
349,
yeah,
349,
it's
348, 355. Yep.
Oh yeah, by the way, don't ever test your hop-up unit on 0. That gives you a very inaccurate reading. Always put it like on 1 or 2. Crytek's required number 3 if you're using a max hop-up unit. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's see what happens when I take off the front end of the suppressor, huh?
Ugh. Sounds like a firehawk.
Yeah. I told you the suppressors actually changed the sound of the gun. It's pretty cool. Just filling out to do more testing. All right.
So the lowest I've seen it 331. The highest I've seen it 360.
Yeah.
53, 56, 49, 60, 57.
Yeah, still bouncing a little bit because of the hop up unit. Okay. Probably needs 3. Yep, there it is. Yep.
He does a lot more testing, but we're not going to spend the rest of the video making those sounds for you guys. We're going to come on back into screen.
Why not? They sound like so much fun. You hear them? I'm having fun with her because she's wearing a headset, and those sounds really reverberate in the headsets.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Get back over there.
It's funny. Yeah, taking the front end of the suppressor actually acted like a magnifier. Made it really, really loud.
What's up, baby James?
Hey guys. Oh, hi. Hi, James. How's it going? Sorry.
Yeah, Ryan, join us too.
Okay, cool. So now we have okay, so the compression
Sam says, "Oh, you're all excited."
well, yeah. That's how I get, when I work on a gun.
So just so you guys know, when he says that he tests your guns to the limits, like he won't give it back to you if he's not confident that it's working. And sometimes I gotta remind him that he's got to eat lunch and dinner in the same day.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, there's a reason why I have my girlish figure. Sorry. Just I really get into this, and I get really excited about it. Especially when I see, new products and stuff, and, a customer brings me a gun like this, and I'm like, ooh, this is going to be challenging. Okay, I'm going to have fun with this. And I'm like, all right, cool. It's dead. It died. Okay, cool. I'm going to bring it back. Okay, so, all right, so we have that together. And now we're going to...
Okay, so Jay Gonzalez said he just got an MP5. He's going to work on it. He's going to be adding a Gate Titan and some speed gears and more.
Oh, okay, cool. Right on. All right, so if you're going to do that, I would totally recommend for you to at least on a 13-in-1 gear set, right? Just trim one tooth off of the sector gear. I'm only saying that is because when the pistol travels all the way back here, right, you don't want the spring binding up all the way, right? So, and it also has a possibility to add way too much, and it'll definitely, it could, depending on the piston you use, it could damage it quite a bit. So just make sure that just trim one tooth off of the back of the sector gear, and which would be this one right here. So this last one right here, it'll give it a little bit of a gap on there. Oh, okay, sorry. This one right here, right there, yeah, right there, yeah, right there, right there. See, I even grew a third hand to point it out. Ooh. Oh my God! And I know, right? God. And yeah, so just cut that one off, right? Just a little short stroke, and it'll definitely give a lot more longevity to your piston and your spring because it won't compress it completely. And a lot of the springs are actually a lot longer than your gearbox, and it makes them bind.
He took what you said. He said, yep, that's why he's going to get a reinforced piston, and he's going to remove one as well.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, good job, man. See, you know what you're doing. Huh. Why should I be talking?
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Yeah. But okay, cool. So, oh, thanks. Wow. Coming from the non-technician.
Hey, I built a pistol once.
Yeah.
It only took like
A couple hours.
2 hours.
No, it was a couple hours.
No, it was only 2. No. I did it before my shift started.
Uh-huh. And then the next day?
I didn't I took it apart and then left it on the counter for you. Oh.
I'm glad you still remember that.
He says he learned it from you.
Oh, cool. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All right.
And if you need help in the process, feel free to reach out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, anytime, man. Just send me a text, you know, or, I mean, we have our phone number listed, so I will answer the phone.
We do have our phone.
And, you know, and you can ask pretty much any question, you know, like the old days, you know, like where you have your, remember your...
landline?
Your landline, and you had your video game cheat codes on the landline. It was like $1.99 a minute, but I'm not charging $1.99. It's completely free. Yeah. So take advantage of it now.
Phone number is 909-791-0978. Go ahead and give us a call, guys. Seriously, if you ever get stuck, he's done it before in the past with a technician in, what was it, Tennessee?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, there was a technician in Tennessee who had you know, called, and he was able to do a video chat with a person and got it all fixed up.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to really do this business, you know, because I, you know,
like helping people.
I do like helping a lot of people, you know, and sometimes, you know, you get those bad apple technicians that kind of walk you through and make you spend a bunch of money, and the gun still doesn't work. You know what I mean? Me, I am more than willing to put my work on camera and tell you guys, hey, look, check this out. Now, I made a mistake. Okay, let's fix it. You know what I mean? That's the only way, you know, that things are going to happen, you know, because if you can't admit to your mistakes, you know, then how are you going to find a solution? Like, if you make a mistake, fix it. Don't make somebody else's life a problem, because otherwise that person has to be the one that fixes it, you know? And yeah, I don't like doing that.
Leo, what's up?
Oh, Leo's on? Oh, happy birthday, Leo. Happy birthday.
All right, guys, don't forget to tell him happy birthday every time you see him. Evic, Ontario, Leo right here.
Woo!
Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday.
He's gonna hate you.
I know he is.
You're gonna get a lump of coal in your stocking.
I know. I remember. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh, okay. Is that? Actually, yeah, that wasn't it. Okay. Oh no, that wasn't it.
He laughed.
Ha.
Ha ha.
Ho ho. And oh, okay. I almost forgot that the customer didn't give me that. Oh no, wait. Wasn't it in the bag? Yeah. That's okay.
Oh yeah, that was the one that we took apart when we were there.
Yeah, and I was diagnosing at the field, unfortunately. Let me see.
Ha ha. He carries Ziploc baggies everywhere, and if you take something off your gun, he'll stick it in a bag and then put the bag in the pocket of your gun bag.
Yep.
And then be like, where's that little Ziploc baggie at with that one screw? I'm like, it's in the front right pocket where you left it.
No.
Kind of how the story goes.
Well, I mean, it's real life of a technician, you know?
Like, I'm not kidding.
No.
He has baggies of stuff.
I'd like to keep things organized and together, okay? That's why I hate it when things get moved and, you know, and I can't find something. It bothers me.
Well, and if only someone was smart and invented these things called magnetic dishes that I think we talked about in our last video.
No.
So we highly recommended.
Yeah, the magnetic dishes are for parts. Let me see. Maybe I can find a replacement. can't remember if
Oh, you know what?
What's up?
It's in the cup holder in the truck. We'll get it at the end of the video.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's the one that you were trying to figure out why it was stripping.
That's right. Okay.
Leo's asking if that's amoeba.
Well, it's an amoeba type. Well, it's a honey badger body. It's not an amoeba. As you can see, it's an old school, very old school Matrix Tactical Double Eagle MFG. From what I can tell, yeah. So it was when PTS sites clones a couple years ago. Yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. And you know what? I forgot.
Your marbles today?
Yes, my marbles, and on top of that, this thing was shooting 360.
Oh, you forgot to cut the spring.
No, not cut the spring. Replace it. We have I believe an M115 in here, and we just need an M110 to bring it down, and then it's good to go. Oh my goodness! See, this is why I do multiple testing. Test, and always make sure it's right.
You said you needed an M1 what?
I believe it was an M110.
100,
No. No, yeah, you know what? You're right. We don't have anything in between an M110 and an M100, so I'm gonna have to. I'm definitely gonna have to cut a couple coils. Oh, I hate doing that. I hate doing that so much when I have it between speeds, and then I have to bring it down because, unfortunately, there's nothing in between.
I love Brian. He says your marbles are in Danny's bag in a small box.
No, that's not what's in there.
I keep them next to the little really cheap what is it, the .12s, the little green BBs that disintegrate in your gun. That's where I keep his marbles.
Those are .12s, son.
.12s?
Yeah.
That's what I said, .12.
Oh, okay.
.12 is.
I'm sorry. You're right. I wasn't paying attention. I was cutting the spring. Okay, and if you cut a spring, please make sure you put it towards the front, because if you put it towards the back, it's gonna definitely bind up and fall off of this. Oh, hit. Okay. So at least in the piston, it'll stay in a confined space. It's literally a tube, right? And it'll catch it like this, and it has nowhere to go. So if you cut a spring, please make sure you put the cut towards the front. And besides, don't worry, the ball bearings won't get messed up in the front or anything like that if you have a piston head with ball bearings on it.
Brian says, damn. Oh. Shout out in Spanish. Corvo.
Oh, buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Ojalá le va bien hoy.
This is our buddy joining us from Spain right now, guys.
España. Yeah, I know. My Spanish is freaking horrible, and I have a horrible accent in Spanish, which is really weird. Because apparently, I'm the Mexican that fell off the truck and was like, hey, my Spanish sucks.
Yeah.
I belong here.
The other day, we went to a restaurant, and he's like, can I get a carne asada burrito with no pico? And I was like, oh... You reached a new level of me.
No. Oh my God. It was terrible. I was just trying to make her feel, like showing some solidarity to my girl here. She ends up making fun of me. That's just great.
Even the waiter laughed at you.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, it was a really fun day. Okay, let's test it again and see where we're at now. Wow, 350 to 354.
Oh, just a little bit of a nub for that.
Oh, just right there. Darn it.
Thank you for the hearts, guys.
Thank you. All right, cool. Okay, cool.
Leo says he thought you were white.
Oh,
After me, he is.
oh, thanks, Leo. Remember, every time you go to Ontario, Evic,
Wish Leo happy birthday.
wish Leo happy birthday. Okay, half a coil should do it. I should put it like right at 349. I hate doing this, guys. I really, really do. But like I said before, unfortunately, once you get to the...
You don't hate doing the work. You just would rather not waste a good spring.
Yeah, like to me, like
Specify,
I don't... Okay. Yes, I hate cutting the spring because I've done everything. I short-stroked. If you short-stroke too much, too many teeth off of the sector, you'll drop way too far down. And then you'll definitely be stuck where you're at, you know, when it comes to that. Shorten the inner barrel, so therefore the FPS went down. Yeah, I've done pretty much everything compression-wise to actually keep it under 350. And unfortunately, like I said, there's no springs below M110. There's no 105s.
So Samuel's asking why under 350. Sam, I think you primarily play outdoors, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I do believe so. That his rifle is set to 400. This is somebody else's, and they mostly play indoors. So they asked me to, you know, build it for 350.
Yeah. So Sam, most of the guns that we do down here are going to be around that 350 limit, just because most of the indoor fields have, you know, close quarter combat where, you know, you're going to turn a corner and, you know, 400, 450, 500, you're gonna hurt somebody. So we do have that 350 limit on there.
Yep.
We are capable of going higher. We have done some builds for people for Operation Lion Claw and was it Milson West?
Yep.
So if you guys need outdoor builds, we can do that as well.
Yeah, DMRs. I've done quite a few sniper rifles, and builds like that. You know, I do know the parts for them and everything. So if you have any question, you know, I am going to tell you though, sniper rifles, you know, like actual Springers, bolt rifles, they're finicky. You know what I mean? They're not impossible to work on. They're finicky. I'll tell you that because
he made my Tanaka beautiful.
Yeah, they're finicky only because they have to be extremely precise for the distance, right? And you will see at the distance the deviation. So you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have adjusted that nub that way. I should have, you know, trimmed this way, or you know what I mean? Sniper rifles are the ones that that honestly could be the fastest, or it could be like. On the trigger assembly could be just a quick swap. Hop-up unit, a long time for setup. Okay, what's up?
Hey Gino, thanks for joining us.
Hi.
And Leo also mentioned full auto is allowed at Battle Lab.
Under 300,
so long
yes.
as you are under 300.
Yep, that's right.
Hope you're liking your gun, Gino. Can't wait to see you play on Sunday.
Yep.
Let us know how it's going for you.
Heck yeah.
Jay Gonzalez wants to get a Novarich once his outdoor field opens back up.
Oh, right on. Those are pretty good from what I've seen. Alright. Guess what, honey? It is done.
Woo!
It's 3:45
to 3:49 on the dot.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Yeah, so this one is done. I'm going to call it done. Done. And it's up and working.
No, he's not. Once the video's over, he's going to test it for another hour.
Okay, yeah, maybe. So.
Oh, Gino says, it's very good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad you like it, man. I'm really, really glad. Yeah, definitely. It was a little bit of a challenge, you know, those ARPs, you know, to get them to feed properly, especially on a stock G&G magazine, which is, it's okay, but it could be better, you know, but it's a little difficult, you know what I mean, on those. But hey, once you get it up and running, whoo,
those things
feed.
are sweet.
Yeah, nice and smooth, and they work really, really well. What else? Okay, so yeah, any G&G gun you get, you know what I mean? If it has, there's two different versions of the G&G guns that you can. that you can have. There's one that comes with a ETU version 2, I think it is, no, or something like that. Something 2. Well,
he said it feeds perfect with his X9s.
Oh yeah, from the Classic Army X9s.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. He told me about that. Okay, cool. So
hey guys,
I'm
real quick,
really glad that
we only
worked.
have 5 minutes left of this video before we learned Instagram will cut us off.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, if you got any questions.
If you got any questions, ask now. If you don't get a chance to ask us those questions now, we will be at Jungleball this Sunday again at 8 a.m.
Yep.
Check us out.
Well, that's when we get there. Do you have any idea what time next?
It says check in for the teams is at 8.
Oh, okay, got it. See, this is why I leave you the reading and I do all the actual technical work.
Leo likes that flat trigger.
Oh yeah, it's a quantum trigger. It's actually really nice. This is one of the things that I'd recommend it to the customer. It's super sensitive.
It just came in. He's been looking for it. It's what's been holding this build up.
Yeah. Tracked it down. Thank you, Leo.
So, thank you, Leo. So, next week, Eric is going to make it his goal to find a gun that has some real bad shimming, and he's going to do a reshim for you guys for next video. So.
Yeah. I've been watching a couple of technicians from around the country on YouTube, right? And they definitely, every single one of them uses a different technique. From what I've seen and from my own, actually. And they're all very interesting. I mean, they actually, end up at the same result. You know what I mean?
Similar. There are some that do not.
Yeah, that don't come out right.
And
and they just like, they just don't sometimes come.
You're fine. The magnet shifted.
Oh, is that what happened? That was that noise?
You stacked your wrenches and they flopped.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of scary. I was like, what's falling on me? Oh no. No, but anyway, so some, not all, you know what I mean? But you can hear the gun, the way it moves and stuff like that, in the gearbox with the gun and everything.
Oh, thanks for waving to us, guys.
Hi, yeah, thank you.
Question before we run out of time in 3 minutes. What gun is this?
This is a Matrix Double Eagle MFG. That's what it says right there.
And Gino says Legacy will take that win.
Oh yeah, right on, dude. Heck yeah.
Not that we're playing favorites, Gino.
Yeah. And thank you, buddy. For the chance of letting me work on your gun. I appreciate it more than anything, because I know we're new to the game, but like I said, I've been around for 10 years and I've been doing this for a long time, and this is the first time that we're actually doing this on our own, and
we've been doing this attached to other businesses for years, and now it's time for us to do it on our own, and actually pull it off and see what we can do. And this is the stuff that we can do for you. This gun is very old, as you can tell. There's new parts in it. It sounds good, moves good. And, honey, what do we do to it? We improved its reliability, precision, and speed. RPS Airsoft. It's our name. Airsoft's our game.
Yep. All right, well, thank you guys for being here. And,
we appreciate you. We wouldn't be a business without you guys.
Yeah, pretty much. And, keep them coming. And don't worry. There's always going to be room for anybody who wants to get their gun worked on. And
for those of you who jumped on the opportunity, thank you for participating in our spring into action for the Veterans Day free spring event.
Yep. All right. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. All right. Well, hearts.
You guys are awesome.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and I guess we'll see you around.